must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Welcome back to the channel, and today I want to talk about the AMK Pro Series Optimus Prime by YoloPark. And just like Megatron, we have the slipcover here of Optimus Prime, and as you can see it says Chapter 2. The background looks like a comic book as well. You have the corner over here where you have Optimus, Bumblebee, and Grimlock. And of course you have this beautiful artwork of Optimus Prime. And then down here in the corner it says 40 years. From 1984 to 2024, we've had 40 years of Transformers. That is absolutely amazing. It says Transformers on the side. Then it says Optimus Prime, AMK Pro Series, and it has the Autobot symbol. And of course, this is a licensed product. And then on the back, you have some schematics. All right, so let's get this thing off of here and let's take a look at the actual box. Now, just like Megatron, we have this beautiful silhouette of Optimus Prime here where he's all black, and then you have the outline with this light, like silverish type of outline, which is just amazing. And yes, very, very nice. Transformers, it says. On the side, you have the rest of Optimus. And on the back, it says 40 years of Transformers. I mean, that's just amazing. So I don't know if they consider this to be the 40th anniversary piece. It doesn't say anniversary, just says 40 years. But whatever the case, Optimus is considered 40 years of Transformers. All right, now that we've taken a look at the box, let's see what comes inside the box, and let's get into taking a look at this guy. All right, so here is the first thing that has Optimus Prime all inside of it. I mean, he's just all in bits and pieces. The way that he doesn't come all together the way Megatron did. I mean, this guy's in a bunch of little pieces, like they cut him up like in that one episode of the cartoon. Now let's take a look at what comes underneath this. And this is what comes in the bottom part of the clamshell. Couldn't remember that from the first one I was showing, but anyway. And we will go over all this stuff, but more bits and pieces of Optimus, and then you have a bunch of other cool stuff in here. But we will, like I said, go over this. And of course, this is Optimus's booklet guide putting him together. The funny thing is when I opened the box and took everything out, I had an extra one in there. So I don't know if they made a mistake and threw in two, but hey, all right. So I got two instruction booklets. Anyway, as you go and you start looking, this will tell you how to put everything together. And it's really cool on how they did everything with this. And it will tell you the type of batteries that you need for Optimus's head, which is the same exact ones for Megatron, which I showed off, which are these CR927s. And definitely the way they go into Optimus's head is a lot different than Megatron's, where Megatron's you had to take out a little screw. Optimus's doesn't, on which I will show how they go in. All right, so now we have Optimus all sprawled out, and of course we have the mighty Megatron here helping me out with this, as he is holding Optimus's head because of the ball peg and the matrix of leadership. But as Megatron would say,
Such heroic nonsense.
Anyway, with everything that's here, and he's all sprawled out, this reminds me of that one issue in the comic book where Megatron and Optimus had this battle with each other, and Prime lost, and he got blown up, and he kind of got scattered to the wind. But with that being said, guys, let's get this guy put together, and let's take a look at him all together and the rest of his accessories and how he compares to some of the other figures, not only in this line, because I only have the one, but some of the figures in other lines as well.
One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly? That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron. I'll crush you with my bare hands! Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. Nonsense. One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly? That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron. I would have waited an eternity for this. It's over, Prime. stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly? That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron. Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly? That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron.
Okay, so now that we have them all together, here we have Optimus Prime. And let's take a good look at this guy. I mean, wow. Look at that. I mean, he is just absolutely gorgeous. I thought Megatron was good looking, but this figure is awesome as well. I mean, just absolutely beautiful what they have done. They have captured the cartoon on both of these guys. They have captured the cartoon essence beautifully. Now, for a non-transforming Transformer, this guy just is fabulous. And I apologize for the legs. I actually had a right piece going on the left leg and so on and so forth. So that was on me. So I realized that they are marked on the inside of the leg. So just keep an eye out for that. So you don't do something silly like I did, because I didn't pay attention to that when I was looking at the parts. Anyway, sculpt-wise, absolutely gorgeous. You have the lights on the cab here of his chest, the scrapes, the dinginess, the dirt, just kind of like on Megatron, some pitting on him, down to his legs, everything. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. The Autobot symbol looking good. His head sculpt, absolutely fabulous. Turning around to the back sculpt, I mean, even the 4 dots on the back of his head right here, like he had in the cartoon and on the original toy, and also this back piece, which is absolutely fabulous. And this is like all the transforming Transformers should have this back piece on him if they're going to have any type of kibble. That's how it should look. But this is how Prime should look. Now you can spend $400 on that masterpiece Prime, which transforms, and he's absolutely beautiful. Don't get me wrong. And I did not get him, but I have this one. I do have the Masterpiece Optimus Prime Toys R Us exclusive one because of the fact that I didn't want him to have dead eyes like this. So that's the reason why I picked that one up. Now, I love the fact that the way they did the stacks, the smoke stacks, they didn't make them really tiny, short. They made them long the way they're supposed to be. I like the way they did that. Now, are they sitting a little bit low on the arm? Possibly. I'll have to take a look, but I'm pretty sure the stacks are supposed to be maybe a little bit up. But it doesn't make or break because it still looks good either way. And then another cool feature that I found when I was putting them together, which I kind of showed off, was that he has his little communication flip up. right here where he can be talking to Bumblebee or Trailbreaker or Jazz or whoever. And then he has another one on this side too that flips up, which I noticed I have his arm backwards. And this flips up right here as well. So I believe his arm should be like this. Anywho, I mean, just the detail alone is just fabulous. His chest piece does open up. I want to talk about that. This is a little difficult to try to open up, so I don't want to do it while I'm on screen because I had a hard time trying to open it off screen. But when you put the Matrix of Leadership in, it'll snap right in. When you want to take it out, you have to use a tiny little flathead screwdriver to pop it back out. It says so in the instructions, and I tried it, and yes, you're going to need that to help get it out. But otherwise, absolutely cool. Now, the other thing is that when you pull off the head, just be careful. All right. Now, for certain, definitely be careful of these antennae here. They're very, very soft. You don't want to go pushing on them. I thought I broke one of them when I was putting them together. Other parts when I grabbed his head. But the top part of his head slides off from this back piece here to the front. You're just going to kind of grab and pull it off like that. And that's where the battery mechanism is. So then you want to take the battery. And when you put this bad boy in, I do believe... Hopefully I don't put it in the wrong way. I do believe it goes in like this. So I think maybe it goes in like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it goes the other way because it doesn't seem to want to fit. See, I messed this up with Megatron as well when I was doing it. And I had to pop it back out. Yeah, so that's actually giving me kind of a hard time. I'm kind of afraid. I'm not gonna lie, I'm afraid. I'm afraid I might break it. Okay, never mind. It popped right in. You know how that goes, man. You get a little afraid, then you take his gun, tap it. See, I knew I put it in the wrong way. Supposed to tap it, it's supposed to come on. But now I gotta figure out to get this out. So give me a second to get this out because of course I put the battery in the wrong way, and then I'll get it back the right way and then I'll show it off. Okay, sorry about that. Now, when you put it in, you want the bump part of the battery, the flat part facing the back of the head and the little bump out part facing towards the eyes. And then you take the top part of his head and put it on. You know, it's funny because when I was a kid, you know, Optimus Prime transformed into a truck, right? And I always thought he was always, you know, they meant for him to be wearing like a cap on his head when they made him. So that's pretty neat. Anyway, just pop his head back on here. And it goes on real easy. Pop it on. Let's get them situated here. Mine seems to kind of stand kind of back heavy. There we go. And then take the butt of the gun here and there you go. And his eyes light up and do it again. Oops. Do it once, they turn on. 2, they flash. And 3, they pulsate very slowly, just like Megatron's. And there you go. All right, so since we're here and we're already wasting enough time, let's take a look at the accessories since I already started. Which one is his ion blaster? And this is just classic to the cartoon. They did a little bit of like, you know, scraping and wear on it. I don't know why they couldn't have just put a battery in here, like right in here in this part right here, and then you just push this down. They did it for Megatron's fusion cannon. I guess it's too small. I guess they couldn't fit it in here. They might have tried. I don't know. But that would have been cool. But anyways, there's his ion blaster. Next we have his Energon axe, which he used only in that one episode on top of Sherman Dam fighting Megatron. And then of course he comes with a Walter P-38, which is Megatron in his gun form, which if you guys don't know, this gun was used in the show called The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And this is exactly how it looked. It was an old TV show back when I was a kid. But anyways, you can look it up and you'll see that the guy used this in it. And I'm surprised they didn't put like a little Decepticon symbol on there. But, you know, hey, that's cool. We already know what this means. I'm just wondering if this is small enough to fit into like a G.I. Joe figure's hand or something like that. Probably not because it's too wide. But anyway, that'd be cool if it does. That'd be really cool if it does because then there you go. You got best of both worlds with that. And then, of course, we all seen the Matrix of Leadership. You know, this does go into his chest, and like I said, you need to use a flathead screwdriver to pop it out when you want to take it out. And last but not least, the infamous stand with his Autobot symbol on it, and this will connect to Megatron's stand, and it is the same exact thing, plastic goodness to hold your figure up in the air. All right, so let's take a look on the articulation on how this guy actually can pose, and then we'll get into some, comparisons, and then we'll end the review.
One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly? That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron. Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
All right, so now that we have shown off the sculpt, the articulation, and his accessories, I just want to say something, and that is, even though Optimus is absolutely gorgeous, he takes a little bit of getting used to on moving him, just like it took me a little bit of getting used to moving Megatron around. Once you get used to moving them, so be it. Optimus's joints weren't as tight as Megatron's, but hey, that is what it is. They're not loose, they're just more fluent. Let me just say they're not stiff like Megatron's were. So, I mean, hey, overall, great sculpt, great figure. For $45, you cannot beat this with a stick or anything else. But anyways, with that being said, guys, let's take a look and see how Optimus compares to some other figures from other lines. Plus, let's see how he compares to ones that are in this line. Here's how Optimus Prime compares to 3 Zeros. Rodimus Prime. Here's how Optimus Prime compares to the Jada Toys Player 2 Ryu. And here's how Optimus Prime compares to the G.I. Joe Classified Series Quick Kick. Here's how Optimus compares to an original G.I. Joe Storm Shadow. And here's the size comparison to Chip Chase and Spike. And here's how Optimus compares to a G1 Transformers Hound. Here's how Optimus compares to a G1 original Bumblebee. Last but not least, here's how Optimus Prime compares to the YoloPark Megatron. And I just have to say, Megatron is not only bigger, but also taller than Prime, which is absolutely amazing to see the two standing next to each other. Awesome. All right, so now we've seen how Optimus Prime actually compares to some other figures, plus Megatron in this line. And I have to say that definitely these are worth picking up, especially for $45, straight from YoloPark. Great company to deal with. Had no issues whatsoever, besides the one little hiccup, but that was just because I never ordered from them before. But otherwise, absolutely phenomenal, just great. If they make a Starscream, Soundwave, Jazz, give me a Jazz in this in this scale. I mean, look, these guys are really cool for non-transforming Transformers. Listen, for the price that you're paying for them, you get a little bit of Diecast, which is here in his feet, right here, and in his chest, and these little parts right here of his legs. The only thing I have is this one's a little loose here. That's my issue. And the other thing I found out that's pretty cool is that if you leave the lights on too long on Prime, they automatically shut off. I don't think they do that in Megatron, but they do that in Prime, so that's pretty cool. I mean, everything is really awesome. The fact that they have, you know, the markings here on his forearms, plus the little hatches right there where he can communicate like he did in the cartoon a couple of times. Awesome. The gas tanks on the legs, everything is here. And believe me, if you just want a robot, you know who Optimus Prime is. Maybe you don't know who Optimus Prime is. Maybe you just don't know this version of Optimus Prime. It's okay. It is okay. By all means, I have to tell you, go pick him up. He's definitely well worth picking up. Same thing with Megatron. If you haven't seen the Megatron review, please, it's on the channel. Go check it out. Guys, I appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos. If it weren't for you guys, I would not be doing this. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you guys are enjoying these. And please, please, tell your friends. Share it. That's what helps this channel grow. And yes, just thank you for everybody who's been here, everybody who's left, everybody who stayed. Thank you so much. So with that being said, guys, please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment down below. Always hit the notification bell so you never miss out on anything new. I hope you guys are all doing well and having a great weekend. And no matter where you are, I'll always catch you all on that flippity flip.